The American Revolution was a defining moment in world history. It marked the first time a colony successfully broke away from its mother country and formed a new nation. But what led to this revolutionary change? The colonies had been growing rapidly since their founding, and they soon became an important source of wealth for the British Empire. However, the British government began to impose taxes on the colonies to pay for wars and other expenses, without giving them any representation in the British government. This included the famous taxation without representation policies. The Proclamation of 1763, Quartering Acts, and the Stamp Act were some of the most controversial policies that were imposed on the colonies. This sparked resentment among the colonists, who felt that they were being treated unfairly. Key figures like George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, and Samuel Adams emerged to lead the fight for independence. They rallied the colonists and organized resistance against the British government. They also formed groups like the Sons of Liberty and the Committee of Correspondence to spread ideas of freedom and independence. The colonies soon erupted in rebellion, with key events like the Boston Tea Party, the Battle of Lexington and Concord, and the Battle of Yorktown. The Boston Tea Party was a protest against the Tea Act, which imposed taxes on tea imported to the colonies. The Battle of Lexington and Concord was the first battle of the Revolutionary War, where the colonies were able to defeat the British Army. The Battle of Yorktown was the last major battle of the war, and it was a decisive victory for the colonies, which helped them defeat the British Army. In 1776, the colonies officially declared their independence from Britain with the signing of the Declaration of Independence. This marked the birth of the United States of America, a new nation built on the principles of liberty, democracy, and freedom. The Declaration of Independence was written mainly by Thomas Jefferson, and it was a document that stated the reasons for the colonies to break away from the British Empire. After the war was over, the colonies needed to create a new government. The Constitution of the United States was written, and it established the framework of the federal government. The Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments of the Constitution, were added to protect the rights and freedoms of the citizens. The American Revolution also had an impact on the international stage. It inspired other nations to fight for their own independence, such as the French Revolution and the Latin American Wars of Independence. The ideas of freedom, democracy, and self-government were spread throughout the world by the American Revolution. And thus, the American Revolution was a defining moment in world history. It marked the birth of the United States of America, a nation built on the principles of liberty, democracy, and freedom. The revolution not only had an impact on America but also on the whole world, as it inspired other nations to fight for their own independence.